Dear Dad, who would have dreamed taking a semester off to visit Aunt Eloise in Florida would result in another case? Seems a student was murdered at the high school last night, and Daryl Gray, the student council president, found the body. When Aunt Eloise heard, she rushed me right over and introduced me to the principal. He asked if I would try to find out who did it and why. So it's undercover I go. My only contact is Daryl, so I'm off to solve a murder. I'm calling this case Secrets Can Kill. Love, Nancy.
You look like you're going to make an excellent addition to Paseo Del Mar High School student body. I'm Daryl Gray, Renaissance man, short order cook, student council president, and professional escort to pretty new students.
Do you really think so?
Definitely. You're amazing. You've got a mysterious quality I find very intriguing.
Mysterious?
You seem different from the other girls. I think I'm going to enjoy being your contact. I'm here to help. If the police trust me, so can you.
Daryl, you should know I'm involved with someone. I've been seeing him for a while. His name is Ned.
That's cool. I always like to check out my options. Isn't Ned worried about you?
Worried?
If I were Ned, I'd be worried about leaving an attractive girl like you alone with a murderer on the loose.
Who was murdered?
A student named Jake Rogers. When I found him, it looked like someone had pushed him face first down a flight of stairs. It was nasty.
Tell me about Jake.
He wasn't exactly a friend. He came by the diner a few times. Nancy, I hate to leave such a beautiful detective, but I've got a hot grill waiting for me. See you later, okay?
Whoa, a new girl at school. Do you realize what destiny has brought you today? Yours truly, Hector Hulk Sanchez.
How did you know I was new here?
Hey, you're talking to the man, the #1 football player in the state of Florida. I know all the beautiful girls at Paseo Del Mar High. Are you kidding?
Who do you play for?
You are new around here. I play for the Manatees, one of the best teams in the state. I leave the others in the dirt, man. Soon it's college ball, and then the Miami Dolphins. Showtime!
The Manatees?
Paseo Del Mar's mascot is a manatee. Don't tell me you're afraid of a little seagull.
Of course not. I know what to do if I come across a manatee.
Yeah, just sneeze and it'll swim away. Seriously, the Manatees are a great team at a great school. Everyone is cool, except for a few punks like Jake Rogers.
Was Jake Rogers a punk?
I knew Jake, but I didn't hang out with him. Sorry, can't talk now. I gotta go to practice later.
Dianabol is a steroid and was one of the drugs stolen from the drug depot.
A new face. Hi, my name's Hal. You sure arrived on a day with a lot of activity.
New face?
I study every face I see. To me, the face reveals a lot about a person.
What does my face tell you?
You are a very open person. You like adventure and care about people.
Wow, not bad. You can make a living at that.
Maybe, but my plan is to become a doctor.
A doctor? Oh, your family must be very proud.
Yes, they sent me here to study medicine. I want to help people who are sick. I also want to do well and make my family proud.
Do you feel you fit in here?
Most of the students were cool when I first arrived, but there were a few, like Jake Rogers, who weren't as friendly towards me. Sometimes I feel lonely and far away from my family. And Jake was someone who never made me feel welcome here.
Well, how did Jake make you feel unwelcome?
I feel uncomfortable speaking about this now. Please, excuse me. I'm behind in my studies and I must get back to the library. Bye, Nancy.
Hi, I'm Connie. You're not from around here, are you? Usually Paseo Del Mar High is really quiet and boring. Today, it's totally out of control.
Is it that obvious?
It's a small school. Nothing ever happens here. A new student is big news.
I can't believe you even noticed me with all the excitement on campus today.
We girls have to stick together. There are a lot of wolves walking around campus.
What do you mean?
You wouldn't want to waste your time with any of the guys at this school. They're pretty lame.
Are all the guys lame?
There are a few who are cool. Jake Rogers was not one of them.
I take it Jake wasn't very popular.
I avoided him whenever I could.
What made him such a sleaze?
Jake was rude, self-centered, dishonest, and greedy. I gotta go now. Later. What's up, Nancy?
What do you know about Hulk Sanchez?
He's a big jock on campus. Never dated him or anything.
How well do you know Daryl Gray?
I wish I knew him better. He's the only guy I'd ever consider dating. He's student council president, holds a cool job at a diner called Maxime, and drives a Porsche 911.
Do you know Hal Tanaka?
Not very well. He's an exchange student from Japan and a total workaholic. He told me he's trying to get a scholarship for college. Lately, he's looking really burnt out. I think the pressure is getting to him.
You're wearing a Japanese medallion with a symbol that means crane. And Crane is the name of the judo school on the poster in the gym.
What a coincidence. Funny, I never noticed.
Hi, Nancy.
Have you heard of Hulk Sanchez?
Heard of him? Hulk holds the conference record for quarterback sacks. He's been the state's #1 player since he was a freshman. He's also a candidate for a big university, even with his injury.
Do you know Connie Watson?
Yes, we've been in a few classes together. I think she was dating Jake Rogers.
Connie told me you study too hard. Is that true?
Connie doesn't know my study habits. I can handle my studies.
What can you tell me about Daryl Gray?
Daryl found Jake's body this morning. He's very popular and a good politician, too. Just like his father.
Do you know why Jake had a video camera in his locker?
I didn't know Jake was interested in video. I avoided him whenever I could.
Talk to you later.
I must go now, Nancy.
What is it you want now?
Do you know why Jake had a video camera in his locker?
No. Why are you so interested in Jake anyway? I gotta go now. Later. What is it you want now?
Didn't I hear you were dating Jake?
Hey, a girl can make a mistake, can't she? I gotta go now. Later.
How's it going?
What can you tell me about Connie Watson?
She hangs out at the gym a lot. I heard she's been having a real tough time.
Do you know Hal Tanaka?
That dude is always studying. He's a huge fan of mine. Real smart guy. But I never understood why a brain like Tanaka would hang out with slime like Jake Rogers.
I'm really sorry you got injured. Does that affect your chances of playing college ball?
Where'd you hear that? I'm as strong as ever. How's it going?
What can you tell me about Daryl Gray?
He seems like a cool guy. His family used to sponsor the annual football awards dinner until last year. You know, he's the one who found Jake's body.
Do you know why Jake had a video camera in his locker?
I didn't pay much attention to Jake. I'm tired of talking about that loser. Back off, Nancy.
Tell me about the robbery at the drug depot pharmacy.
Why would I know about a robbery? All I know about is football.
This essay looks exactly like the one in Jake's locker.
Hi, Nancy.
Jake knew you copied your essay from that book of English essays, didn't he?
Yes, Nancy. I'm very ashamed. My family will be extremely unhappy about this terrible mistake I have made. Somehow, Jake found out I copied that old essay. Then he blackmailed me into doing his homework for him.
Why did you copy the essay?
I had no other choice. My family won't let me stay in the United States unless I get a scholarship next year. I had to take extra courses to earn the scholarship. Before I realized what I had done, I was buried in work. I copied the essay because I was desperate.
What happened when Jake found out?
Jake demanded I do all his homework for the rest of the semester, or he would tell my family everything. What else could I do? My family was depending on me to succeed.
Were you desperate enough to kill him?
I was not happy about the situation, but I would never kill anyone. I value human life. Please don't tell anyone about this. I beg you. You will gain nothing if you do, and it would destroy my family if they knew what really happened. I regret what I have done. Please let me have this chance to become a doctor. I promise to make up for this mistake, even if it takes the rest of my life.
If you didn't kill Jake, do you have any idea who did?
When I delivered Jake's homework to him the other day, he mentioned being late for a meeting with Daryl Gray. It was very strange. I didn't know they were friends.
Talk to you later.
I must go now, Nancy.
How can I help, my #1 detective?
How well do you know Hulk Sanchez?
Well, I know the guy can scarf down half a dozen burgers at a time. He's the best linebacker ever to play for the Manatees. He also told me he's really psyched to play college ball next year.
Do you know Connie Watson?
I've seen her around, but we've never had a class together. I don't think she's ever been to Maxine's.
What can you tell me about Hal Tanaka?
Well, for one thing, his name isn't really Hal. He uses Hal because his Japanese name is way hard to pronounce. He's an exchange student who's all study, no play. And he's obsessed with getting a college scholarship. Poor guy.
Hal, Hulk, and Connie were all involved with Jake. He had information that could jeopardize Hal's career. Connie once dated Jake, and Hulk seems awfully touchy about that break-in at the drug depot.
In my humble opinion, you either hand the case over to the police or keep pressuring each of them until somebody cracks. Oh yeah, Nancy, I just remembered. Some guy dropped off this note for you. I think it's important.
Cracks?
You know, until they break down and tell you the truth.
See you later.
I'm not into pushy girls. Do me a favor. Bother someone else.
Jake knew you broke into the drug depot. He was blackmailing you, wasn't he?
Yeah, he found out I stole the steroids and threatened to turn me over to the cops. Would have meant the end of my football career if I didn't cooperate.
What did he want from you?
You name it. Chauffeur, errand boy, bodyguard. He loved ordering me around like I was his slave.
Did you kill him?
I'm not a killer, Nancy. I didn't do it. I'm sorry Jake's dead, but I can't waste my time worrying about it. Sorry, can't talk now. I gotta go to practice. Later.
What is it you want now?
I know you're the unknown winner of that judo competition. Jake Rogers had it all on videotape.
Yes, Nancy. I'm the mysterious winner of the men's tournament. It wasn't easy for me, and I'm proud of what I did.
Jake was blackmailing you, wasn't he?
Okay. Jake was blackmailing me. Why else would I have gone out with that slime ball? He was cruel. He liked to humiliate me in public and told everyone I was his black belt babe.
Could you have hated Jake enough to kill him?
Do you think I would give up everything I've worked for and do a stupid thing like that? Jake treated me really badly, but I'd never kill him. You can turn me in if you want to. I'm telling the truth.
Goodbye.
Later, Nancy.
How can I help, my #1 detective?
I saw Jake's tape, Daryl. I know he was blackmailing you.
You got me there, detective. But it didn't have to be like this. I wish we had met under different circumstances.
What were you selling? Drugs? Trade secrets?
I didn't know what I was getting into. This guy, Mitch Dillon, offered me a way to make some fast money. I needed the cash for school next year. So I went for it. All I had to do was pick up a package at the pharmaceutical company. But then Mitch threatened me.
So you were a drug runner? Oh, Daryl. But how did Jake find out?
I don't know. But Jake was always getting into someone's business. Maybe he overheard a conversation between me and Mitch. All I know is one day Jake stuck a videotape in my face and told me he had enough to put me away unless I paid him off. I had no choice but to cooperate. I guess he decided he could get more money out of Mitch. That was a big mistake. Mitch was in a different league than Jake.
Mitch killed Jake, didn't he?
Mitch is totally capable of it.
Did Mitch also leave that note for me?
Nancy, you have no idea what kind of danger you're in right now. Mitch Dillon has nothing to lose at this point. Do yourself a favor and go to the cops.
Do you really want me to go to the police?
Actually, I wish you could just forget this whole thing ever happened. But since you can't do that, I'd like to help. If it's not too late.
We need to get more evidence on Mitch Dillon. If only we can get him to confess his involvement with Jake's murder somehow.
I care about you, Nancy, and wish you weren't involved in this mess. But if you insist, I'll help you catch Mitch. I have to deliver more food to the pharmaceutical plant later. We can try and grab Mitch when I give him the package tonight.
See you later.
See you, beautiful.
I've told you what I know. Listen, my body's my temple. I can't risk it for anyone.
Hulk, we're going to find the person who killed Jake. If you help out now, this case will move a lot quicker.
Sorry, babe. I can't risk getting involved.
Oh, it's you, Nancy. I'm really embarrassed to see you again.
Hal, we're going to find the person who killed Jake. If you help out now, this case will move a lot quicker.
My future is at stake. I have to make the grades or my family won't continue to pay for my education. I must go now.
Hey, Nancy, need something?
Connie, we're going to find the person who killed Jake. If you help out now, the case will move a lot quicker.
I wish I could, Nancy. I can't take that kind of risk right now. Not with college just around the corner. If I get involved, the truth about the tournament would be exposed. I'll never go to college if that happens.
If you cooperated, you'd be helping out Daryl Gray.
This is so hard for me. I've been wanting Daryl to notice me since I was a freshman. But I've come too far to mess up my chances of getting into college.
Daryl's life is in danger. He really needs your help.
This is starting to get really intense. I don't want to get involved, even if it means I would get the chance to help Daryl.
Dear Dad, case closed and Mitch is on his way to prison. Daryl's recovering just fine and Connie's giving him private judo lessons. Hulk agreed to pay for the damages to the pharmacy and Hal got his scholarship. Today, Aunt Eloise got a letter from a friend. Something about a television station and death threats. Sounds like another case for Nancy Drew. Don't worry, I'll be careful. Love, Nancy.